otakus, welcome back or welcome to my channel if you're new here. This is Kai. Today I have another one of my underrated anime recommendation series for you guys. This is part 4. If you want to watch all the other parts, go ahead and check out this playlist right here. And I know I said that sci-fi would be my next one, but based on my poll, love is in the air. Do you smell that? Love is in the air. So today I will be counting down my top 10 underrated romance animes for you guys. As always, let me know in the comments down below which animes you would scrap from this list, which ones you would add in, just your overall opinions, and drop a bunch of recommendations so that way we can watch them. Without further ado, let's get into the video. Whoop. I don't know what that was.
What? I didn't quite catch that.
Now, I know this series is all about underrated anime, but I did want to give an honorary mention to the romance anime that thrust me even further and really got me addicted to the genre, and that is Love is War. The anime is a fast-paced and yet simultaneously slow-burn romance between two high school geniuses, Kaguya Shinomiya and Miyuki Shirogane, who are considered the perfect couple by their classmates. If they were in a relationship, that is. However, the story follows the two as they concoct schemes to get the other to confess their feelings first, as they believe that whoever confesses their feelings to the other first will lose the war that is their relationship, which I totally love because from the beginning these characters do like each other, and it's just a whole bunch of random schemes to get the other to confess first. Of course, the fun intellectual schemes don't take away from some of the best tropes in the genre, and like Sports Day or the inevitable sick episode. In addition to those, it also offers us fun and unique characters like Chika, who I love, important messages about classism, and a refreshing twist to the romance genre. This anime, with 3 seasons and a movie, is one you definitely don't want to miss. Now for the real list. Up first is my personal favorite underrated romance anime. Honestly, my personal favorite romance anime, one of my top 10 favorite anime in general. I don't know why I'm moving my hands, but that's how excited I am. And that is Wotakoi, Love is Hard for an Otaku, and I've definitely talked about it on this channel before. But if you're new, this anime with 11 episodes and 3 OVA follows Narumi Momose, a female office worker with a hidden fujoshi otaku lifestyle, as she is reconnected with her childhood best friend, Nifuji Hirotaka, a gay otaku who knows her secret. And while the two seem perfect for each other, their relationship won't be easy because, well, love is hard for an otaku, as the title suggests.
Really?
With fun characters who shed light on all sorts of nerdiness, including gaming, cosplaying, and more, we follow two couples at 2 different stages of their relationship, giving us hope that love is possible for us nerds. I absolutely love it as a cosplayer, as a gamer, as a manga lover, as an anime lover. I mean, if you're any of those things, this is the one for you. Anyway, what I also love about this anime is that we follow adults. We have an adult romance, okay, which I feel like is a rarity for romance animes and what makes it so special and relatable for myself. Perhaps the only downside to this anime is that it exists solely on Amazon Prime, to my knowledge, and there's honestly no hope for a season 2, but it was so good I ended up picking up the manga, pirating it. I read off a sketchy Google Drive link, and it's amazing. If you can't tell by my enthusiasm, this romance anime is one you definitely don't want to miss. Up next is what I would call the epitome of high school romance anime. Horimiya centers on the love story of 2 high school students, Kyoko Hori and Izumi Miyamura, hence the Horimiya in the name. While Hori is a popular, cheerful, smart person, Miyamura is a distant, gloomy geek with a hidden side. Making these two seem like an unlikely match. However, it is true what they say, and opposites do attract, but perhaps it's not always as simple as that. Now, some may argue that this anime really isn't underrated at all, and to that I say, I disagree. There's just simply not enough people talking about this anime, especially since there's been new content lately with the Horimiya missing pieces. This anime, which can be found on Hulu and maybe Crunchyroll, I'll add a little text for you guys, is full of relatable characters, the classic romance anime tropes, fun, witty, comedic, and oftentimes awkward moments, This coming-of-age slice-of-life romance anime is one you definitely don't want to miss. And deserves way more hype, okay? So if there's a bunch of fans out there that is making this not underrated, speak up. Be a little louder so I can hear you.
I can't hear you!
Now, if the classic romance isn't your cup of tea, then this next one is for you. Full of action, secrets, and spies, Love of Kill is a 2022 action romance anime that follows two assassins who are romantically drawn to each other despite being each other's targets. Ryung-ha is a hitman wanted by every organization you can think of, including the Triad, and Chateau Dankworth is a bounty hunter. Or at least a hunter is what she'd like to think she is, but in fact she's become Ryung-ha's prey of love, not of violence. That was so cheesy, I'm sorry. Anyway, Ryung-ha finds her and uses every chance he can get to spend time with her despite the fact that he puts himself in danger constantly. Opposites attract, forbidden love, whatever you want to call it, this 12-episode anime is full of wholesome moments, tragic yet compelling backstories, action, and a frustrating tug-of-war of romance. And honestly, I don't think there will be any hope of a season 2, but I do really enjoy the manga. It does go a lot more into the backstory of these characters, and I definitely think it's worth both reading and watching this if you're a lover of all things spy and romance. If you're looking for a non-modern romance, then this 2023 Netflix anime is perfect for you. My Happy Marriage follows a young woman, Mio Saimori, who lives a Cinderella-esque life. Ostracized and abused by her family for not having spirit sight, Mio is married off to the stoic, callous, and twice engaged Kyoko Kudo. Set in the 1920s to 1930s-ish era, it's not confirmed as far as I believe, this fantastical romance, similar to Beauty and the Beast, features fantasy, mystery, drama, and the paranormal. And all of these things is why I think this anime is not only so special, but so bingeable. There's so many layers that make it not just about the wholesome, blossoming romance between the two characters, but also watching Mio come into her own as a person is just so special, as well as watching just the truth about both of these characters come out and finally allowing themselves to be who they are supposed to be. While I do believe this anime was pretty popular, at least popular enough to be on Netflix's top 10 week after week for as long as it was airing, it being a Netflix anime obviously drops it a few points in terms of popularity for the anime community as a whole, and because of that, I don't think enough people are talking about this anime, so I'm here to build the hype for season 2. So if you're a fan of historical romance, mysteries, paranormals, or just a wonderful, wholesome, blossoming relationship, then this underrated romance anime could be the one for you. Can tomboys find love? Well, this next anime answers just that. Tomo-chan is a Girl is a completed Netflix romance anime that follows Tomo Aizawa, a boyish, martial arts-loving girl who one day realizes she's in love with her child best friend, Junichiro, who only sees her as a boy, unfortunately. We follow Tomo as her and her friends, such as the lovable yet ditzy Carol, work to make Tomo feel more like a girl. But perhaps being someone you're not isn't exactly what the situation calls for. Either way, the journey of watching Tomo decide what's right is eye-opening, diverse, engaging, and refreshing. I also just think this relationship is really unique to the romance genre because it's not so simple as the two don't realize their feelings for each other. It's really layered. It really talks about how friendships can affect things, how love can affect certain friendships, and just deciding on how they decide to get together or not to get together is just a really, really fun journey to watch. Although this anime is underrated, most likely due to it being a Netflix anime, if what you're looking for is a fun, coming-of-age romance with unique characters and scenarios that you can binge in one night, then Tomo-chan is a Girl might just be the one for you. A fan of the rightfully popular Apothecary Diaries? Then this next underrated romance anime may be for you. With slightly less colorful but still beautiful animation, Raven of the Inner Palace is a 2023 romance mystery anime. Like Apothecary Diaries, it's set in a Chinese inner palace and is also a Mystery of the Week style show. However, this formula never gets old as the innocent love between Jusetsu, and the Raven Consort, who is a consort only in name, and the Emperor continues to grow as the Emperor seeks her help, paranormal mystery after paranormal mystery, ridding the inner palace of the ghosts that haunt it. With fun and unique drawing segments that explain the history of characters, a tsundere main character, aka my favorite type, an intro by one of my favorite Japanese artists, and an endearing love story with paranormal elements, this historical romance, similar to the Apothecary Diaries, is one you don't want to miss. I'm only hoping that it's not so underrated that we don't get a season 2, because there is still lots and lots of secrets and mysteries to unfold within the Inner Palace. If you're looking for something a bit slower or a bit more slice of lifey, but with all the wholesome romance you could hope for, then this next one's for you. Ice Guy and His Cool Female Colleague is a 2023 romantic comedy set in a world where people have magical powers derived from legendary mythical creatures, and one of our main characters happens to be one of those people possessing powers. Himuro is a kind-hearted yet emotionally driven man who involuntarily creates blizzards during emotional spikes or episodes. One such incident happens on his very first day of his new job, and our other main character, Fuyutsuki, helps him break out of his nerve-induced ice episode, and as it turns out, also happens to be his new coworker. From then on, Fuyutsuki offers simple and rational solutions to Himuro's icy dilemmas. From wanting to interact with cats to dealing with the heat, these two build their relationship and endearing, wholesome interactions throughout the show. With fun side characters comparable to the ones in Wotakoi, beautiful animation, and an engaging storyline, this underrated slice of life romantic comedy is perfect for newcomers and seasoned romance anime lovers alike. This next one isn't just one of my favorite underrated romance animes or even just one of my favorite romance animes. This is just one of my favorite animes, period. End of sentence. With 1 season, 1 OVA, and 2 movies, Violet Evergarden is a 2018 anime about a young girl, Violet, who is raised to be a weapon on the battlefield, and then is later injured during the later stages of the war. Now out of work, Violet begins working at CH Postal Services, where she observes an auto memory doll that transcribes people's thoughts and feelings into words. Joining the agency, Violet begins to learn things she's never had the chance to: how to express emotions and thoughts, and most importantly, how to connect to people. Of course, maybe this doesn't seem like a romance anime, more of a steampunky-ish coming-of-age story. However, this anime explores so many various types of love. The love between parents and children, the love between friends, the love between mentor and mentee, and most importantly to the story, the romantic type of love. The sort of undying love we all hope for, and a frustrating yet deeply satisfying love between Violet and Gilbert. There's no way you can't categorize this as a romance anime. So if what you're looking for is a completed, tear-jerking, coming-of-age romance with a completed story and a unique universe, then Violet Evergarden might just be the underrated romance for you. And as of right now, as the date that I'm recording, you can watch everything that I just talked about, all the seasons, OVAs, movies on Netflix. Just as a little FYI, 411 for you.
Alrighty then.
Now, this next pick may be controversial, but up next is Maid-sama. This 2010 romantic comedy where Ayazawa Misake, the perfect student council president, secretly works at a maid cafe. While everyone is unaware of this, Usui Takumi, a fellow student, eventually discovers the secret and uses it to tease her and get close to her. Though, to be honest, she's not very fond of him, because within the first 5 minutes of meeting him, she watched him hopelessly reject a girl. However, can the mysterious yet popular with the ladies Takumi keep the president's secret? Thrust right into the story from the get-go, this underrated romance anime is full of all the best tropes, it's fun, it's heartwarming, it's deep, and cliche in all the best ways. Opposites attract in this relentlessly fun romantic comedy that unfortunately never got a season 2. But if what you're looking for is a fun, older but beginner-friendly romance anime that doesn't feel as slow burny as the rest, then this is the one for you. So, last but definitely not least is one that has easily become one of my favorite romance animes of all time and actually was recommended by one of you guys. So if you love anime like A Silent Voice or The Girl Who Leapt Through Time, then you might feel the same way too. Orange follows a high school student, Naho Takamiya, who receives a letter from her future self warning her to avoid certain mistakes involving a new student, Kakeru Naruse. With each letter read, a new choice must be made. But will it make a difference? Can the future really be changed? And can it be changed alone? And a heartfelt story of ups and downs, frustrating moments of indecision, one of the sweetest, most engaging love stories with hints of sci-fi, Orange will take you on one hell of an emotional roller coaster ride. And to be honest, I'm not quite sure why this anime is so underrated. Honestly, I hadn't really heard of it too much before I made my very first video of these, but you can binge this anime in one night, and honestly, it's one, if you take any from this list, I probably recommend this one the most. It's that good.
Well, I feel like we went through those really fast, but hopefully you guys found 10 new anime to add to your watch list. And like I said before, let me know in the comments down below which ones you'd add, which ones you've scrapped, because I really do take your guys' recommendations and binge the hell out of them. Also, let me know which genres you guys would want to see in the future. Next up will be sci-fi. However, make sure you check on my community page tab to see for any future polls so you can be a part of deciding the next videos. And with that, I love you guys. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!